Peace, everyone. I am Chappelle Dupree, the spiritual genie of the universe. Thank you for tuning in. Gratitude. Gratitude to my ancestors. Gratitude for another beautiful moment within time. I wasn't going to go live today. However, it's obviously an alignment. And I like to operate in divine alignment. Today represents a monumental piece of history. And I wasn't even thinking about it and how it's in alignment with what I represent, with me having my own story, my own truth, and just the opportunity to speak my truth and how it aligns with the ancestors. I wanted to bring more awareness to mental health and how it is affecting our communities. When I say our communities, I'm speaking of our families as well. And some things that I may speak on, you may either resonate with it or you may not. I do speak on what I consider to be sensitive topics for some individuals. If you have ever experienced trauma, then those are the things that I'm referring to in my messages. Not everything is about trauma, but a lot of it is. And that's who my heart goes out to, any of the individuals that experience trauma in their life. How does mental health look? Sometimes it's so many different things that we can think of when we think of the mind or mental health. I'm just going to name a few. Inappropriate touch, physical abuse, verbal abuse, the inability to connect with your emotions can cause, all of the things that I'm naming can cause illusions within the mind. Are they illusions? How a lot of us react to the things that are taking place in our communities like this, that is something that has been repeating It's generational. A lot of it is swept under the rug. Some have to be medicated. And then another group are in dysfunctional relationships that we refer to as low vibrational or toxic. Not to mention the individual that may grow up without a mother or a father, that may end up in the home of a grandmother. As loving as grandmothers are, they do not ensure success. Normally, they're just there nurturing you. And if you have the mindset to make it further, you will. I am sharing my story to help others connect the dots in their life. I'm not sharing my story for attention, for a handout, or for any sympathy. I just want you to be better in your life. I have been taking everyone that is in or has been following me or my platform. I have been speaking on healing since 2009. And it's something that I take a lot of pride in because of the journey that I have had to walk. I have been observing a lot of what I've had to deal with coming up without my parents, coming up without a mother and father. Imagine a child coming up with no guidance, no one who is going to love you like your parents love you. I have had to have a different view of life because if you don't have your parents, love looks different, support looks different, but you look for it. I always speak about how whether it's the drug dealer or it's for me, the absence of parents, we tend to turn to things like street activity in order to feel comforted, in order to feel the love that we're in search for. And I've been on this search, this quest for love most of my life. It's the reason that I can appear here today and share with you my story. That I will continue to give you a glimpse into my lens, my view. I am going to try to, I'm just flowing right now. This wasn't what I was speaking of, but in our communities, we do not have a code of conduct. We do not have anyone that steps in and really checks people, whether it's the elder in the family, whether it's your younger brother, your younger sister, your uncle, your cousin, or whoever it may be. Tonight, I'm speaking on mental health because a lot of the bullshit has made it to my door. It has surfaced where I can see it. And I don't like what I see. So since 2009, I've been on this app, looking up to people, connecting with people who I felt were on similar journeys. and always inspiring to be better every day, because my life just wasn't normal. I've connected with women here and there throughout the years. Not to mention, I have huge amounts of family on both my mother and my father's side. I have siblings. I have classmates. I have just people that I've met along the way, whether it's we work together. Because some of the people that's on this app I've worked with. And I mentioned before that some of the women that wanted to friend me on this app, whether it was by hearing of me, remembering me from school, or just simply wanting to see my content or see the way I do things. I'm an inspiration. My story is inspiring. I motivate. I motivate myself first. I have to motivate myself first before I can motivate anyone else. And the whole thing with everyone that I'm speaking of, like, I have siblings, I have classmates, I have people I've worked with, I have so many people, whether it's aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, whatever. I have people looking at me on this app, and whether they're this close to me or like so far away from me is neither here nor there. However, the people get on this app and they actually act as though they do not see me. And for some reason, it seems that we have no one that takes responsibility. Nobody steps up to the plate and say, hey, what's going on with this picture? Something's not adding up. Something's not right. Is anyone wanting to go deeper and find out why there's such a distance? Like literally almost, it's probably like no more than 5 to 10 women that interact with me on this app. And this has happened over time, where as I've gone deeper within, it seems like people fall away, which that is what happens. And I'm okay with that. I'm speaking of it because of the simple fact that no matter what the reason is that a person decides to fall back and not interact with anyone without really having concrete details about the person, and being that it's such a enormous amount of people that are actually sitting back watching me, that some of the women, we've done similar things in life, but some of them have written a book now. Some women are making videos now. Will not like any of my content, my videos, because anything that I start is going to be original. It's going to have my spin on it. It's nothing wrong with us being inspired by one another. However, I am the type of person that, like I said, I've been mistreated most of my life. I've been looked over most of my life. And it's something that I no longer subscribe to that channel, or individuals who want to treat me less than when I know I'm worthy of more, and I know that I am a vessel in your realm if you're following me on this app and you have been connecting with me since 2009. Some people I've known my entire life. So that's the issue, like, really with women altogether. And I know all women are not like this. I'm not looking to connect with women who hold malice or discontent with their self, but they project it out on others. I'm not interested in connecting with individuals like that. However, it is a problem. It is an issue in our communities. And I don't like the way it's made me feel. On my healing journey, I've had to really tap into my emotions, and I'm going to try to make everything connect and try to make it quick, because I didn't want to go into, but normally once I get to talking, I keep going. So it's been a rise on the amount of women that are falling away, but I see other women opening up, posting their emotions, pouring their heart out, and I love it. But refusing to connect and show me love, knowing that I was already doing that. And then it's the thing of trying to, it's nothing wrong with it. But either you're going to, like, show me love, or you're not going to be, well, at this point, it really doesn't even matter. I really don't want love from anyone that has decided to fall back from me in the midst of my healing journey. Because I think highly of myself. I've always thought highly of myself. I've always wanted things a certain way in my life. Anyone that has been around me knows that. It's a certain standard, a certain way that I've always wanted to be. I'm not better than anyone. I come from humble beginnings. I'm sharing my story because I want to help other people who are being targeted by family, targeted by people you think are your friends, people that you think mean you well in your life. And I remember I had one person, because I have personally disconnected from certain people in my life purposely, because I know my value. And in the process of me knowing my value, I noticed that the people that I was sharing a lot of my time with didn't value me. And if I spoke divine truth, normally it was like hard to imagine or believe, because everybody's not ready for the truth, which is also part of the reason I say everyone is not going to get my content. Everybody is not going to relate to what I am sharing. So I have pulled my energy back. And in the process of me pulling my energy back, I have noticed that, again, the behavior on this app where people refuse to interact with me. And my thing is, what have I done to you? Like, really? Like, I don't even need the answer. Ask yourself, what has this woman done to me? Because that is something for you to personally work on, sis. And that's whether you are family or not. I have siblings who are on here and will not interact with me. I've already had to process my emotions. I'm sharing it now because I can deliver it in a way that I want to deliver it. However, I'm not in a place where I'm holding anything in. It's not a secret of me or how I'm outwardly expressing myself. I've had women comment under my post to start something with me because they don't agree with what I'm saying. And the same woman has never ever come back around to still friends with me on this app, but will not come around and engage with me on a positive note. We have a problem in our community with people shining, or people appearing to know maybe more than the next person knows. And I get it. I'm talented. And maybe it don't look like I've had to put in as much work as you, but you will not be able to walk in my shoes. I can promise you. I don't rock the boat and pick sides. And people have been picking sides with me for like the last year or better while I've been on the healing journey. That's mainly what I wanted to share. It's still going to the jealousy and the envy, and I'm a whole goddess. I'm a whole goddess. It doesn't bother me. I can see. That's why even at one point I did want to rumble in the jungle with people, because again, people have me misconstrued. And my healing allowed me to see through the illusion of everyone around me. I mean, everybody. But it doesn't change anything. Like, where are the people in the community? Nobody has stood up and said, why is this young? No one interacts and supports her. Nobody. Nobody has stepped up and said anything. And it's cool. It's all good. That's why I'm speaking my truth. I've been around people who got it, and this is not about that. I'm going to go back. I'm not even going to, that's another time. The main thing is the people who need to go within and not find your way. And then I just don't get it. People I have known my whole life are sitting back just watching. Okay, and so the other part that I wanted to bring up the story about is that I have been attacked my whole life, and ultimately, guess what the attack is about? They do not want this woman to have love in her life. She lost her mom when she was 12. Her father was never consistent in her life. She doesn't know what a mother-daughter relationship is, not a genuine one. And every relationship I've had since I was a teenager, because I did do things sooner than a child should be doing them. And for some reason, because of my journey, I think people have wanted to give me some type of rep, some type of bad rap, you know? I have had women want the man that I'm with after they've known that I've been with them. Anything for her not to have love or someone that's desiring her or into her. So it's like failed relationship. And it's all about people not even knowing how to love. But of course, you can't love if you don't love yourself. And again, we attract what we are. I need to get my charger. I want to make it quick, or I'll have to continue another day. All my life, this is what I have been experiencing with women. I've lived places women won't speak, and it makes it look like to my mate like I have an issue, but it's not. It's something in the water with women when it comes to other women. I'm not the only woman that has experienced this. I've also been attacked by people that I know my entire life who is telling and spreading stories that I'm sleeping with people and I'm sleeping with men. And I want to connect the dots because it happened some years ago by a person from where I grew up. Because all of this is stemming from, all of these people are from where I grew up. And nobody steps in and has said anything. Family, nobody. Even if I don't talk to anybody, no family is wondering, it's got to be a reason. It's got to be something. Nobody wants to know. Nobody. So it's almost like, who is the joke on right now? Like, my inner child likes to play the game that y'all are playing, but the mature adult version of myself is going to express that I see you. And you're playing a game with yourself. So after I got off live last night, I was messaged by a sister from the community that I'm from that I've looked up to, because I've also had to not look up to the women that I used to look up to, because for one, it's like they get your money and then they don't see you anymore. And it's not that they're so high that they don't see me. And again, I'm not based on titles, because what we talking about here? I was messaged last night, and then even today, I see a woman who is suffering from mental health, which is the reason of this message. And at first, I wanted to really speak to the sister because my heart went out to what she's going through. And I'm like, everybody's even looking at this sister, tag everybody, and nobody's speaking up. Like, where's her family members? Even for my family, mental health issues, nobody steps in and puts an end to the mental health that we are experiencing. And some of it is inappropriate or has started when we were children. And what we're seeing with this sister who is tagging everybody, telling me that I've been with her man. Like, this is something that has been going on all my life. Like, I'm the bad person, and I'm not saying that I haven't done anything bad. I'm not saying that my life is peaches and cream. I represent the dark and the light energy of this realm, and I embrace that. I just wanted to bring that up, and I'm going to have to go ahead and log off. I didn't realize my battery was about to be out. So yeah, the ultimate goal has been to, I guess, make my life miserable. And I am here to say that it didn't work. Unbelievable. People are out here going to church, acting godly, and they're really demonic. And they think that I don't know this. You think I don't see you, but I do. But you have to sleep with yourself. You have to sit with yourself. I already know how to be alone. I did not have my parents. So what are you trying to prove? And to who? Who is the person that is getting the honor, the medal at the end of the day? Again, it's like I've been on a stage and you have given me a stage. I always knew that I was a star, but I just didn't know how it would make my appearance. Much love to everyone who has not folded on me, whether you really know my story, know me or not, has not tried to like slight me for any type of reason, because I don't give that energy off. The picture that people have been painting of me, whether I have 7 felonies or not, is absolutely insane. It's so disappointing. And someone I knew from, she's a friend of the family, the same sister that's suffering from mental illness, she went and liked her post but won't engage with me. Like, is that that's where we're at? Like, how is it this large number of people that all of a sudden cannot interact with Chappelle Dupree, the spiritual genie of the universe? Because that's who I am. And that's who I'm going to show up as, regardless of who interacts and supports me, because I've already had to embrace the journey with no support. Not saying no support like that, but we need different types of support in life. It's not just about this app and somebody supporting me. I'm talking about real life. People really do need that. So yeah, there's no riding the fence. And there's so much more to my story. It's so much more deeper. And if you've chosen sides, chosen to go this way, chosen not to talk to me, chosen to laugh at me, family, close people laughing, talking junk in the comments, no, I speak my truth. And it's still more to come. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I don't want my phone to knock off on you all, because that's rude. It's very disrespectful. Again, I am so grateful to my ancestors to be able to be here, to be able to be the inspiration and the motivation that I should be.